Here's your First Warn Weather forecast first, sponsored by Anderson Collision Center. Visit driveanderson.com.
Well, it has been a windy Wednesday afternoon, and with that, we've had some wind-whipped rain and snow showers come down. At times, winds have been gusting 40 to 45 miles per hour, and that'll continue here as we go through this evening. The wind will lighten up just a bit during the overnight tonight. Now, our temperatures have stayed in the 30s. We've gone into the upper 30s, but it's been cold. Wind chill numbers have been down in the low to mid 20s. We're currently at 37 right now in Rockford, 34 in Freeport, but it feels like the 20s out there. I mentioned the snow coming down. We had that mix in with some rain showers, and we'll see that from time to time, but some steadier snowfall coming down just to the west and southwest of Rockford. That is going to drop visibility for a time, and something that'll stick with us here at least through sunset. Now, we've got a few flurries that'll maintain as we head through the overnight, and then snow, I think, picks back up tomorrow morning. We'll look at that and some flooding concerns too coming up here in the First Warn forecast a little later.
A local postal worker is laid to rest. The request from family members on how to honor his legacy.
Plus, state-line cities are monitoring waterways after recent showers. The area is being blocked off due to flooding.
And a local library looks to create new educational exhibits. How you can help Rockford children learn.
Live from WTVO 17. This is Eyewitness News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm David Greenberg. A local mail carrier is laid to rest this morning.
He's one of 4 victims after last week's brutal attacks in Rockford. A funeral service for Jay Larson was held at St. Peter's Cathedral. Family and friends had a chance to say their final goodbyes. Larson's obituary says he did not take a single sick day during his 25-year career with USPS. In lieu of flowers or gifts, his family asked that memorials be made out to the Boys and Girls Club of Rockford or Poor Clare Sisters in Larson's name. There are several reports of flooding in Freeport and around Stevenson County.
Yeah, the Pecatonica River nearing flood levels, and some smaller waterways are overflowing into area parks. Our Drea Baroni was out there earlier today. And Drea, what are levels like?
David, right now the Pecatonica River is at about 12.5 feet. It's projected to hit 13 in the next few hours. I talked with city officials who say they're still monitoring its flooding for now. They expect some water in basements of homes along the river, but aren't expecting any major road closures or damage. Also, the Yellow Creek in Freeport is flooded. That's in Crape Park. Parts of the park are barricaded off, and you can see water levels nearly covering benches and walkways. They're asking people to stay clear of the area for the time being.
The Yellow Creek tends to go up quickly and come back down quickly. So I'm expecting when those upstream communities have a chance to have some of that water drain off, the Yellow Creek should come down.
City officials say they'll continue to watch for flooding. If levels continue to rise, they'll have sandbags available for affected residents. David, Mimi.
All right, thanks, Drea.
Well, Freeport, not the only city in the state line where concerns of flooding are on the rise right now. Sandbags available, like she was saying, for those living in McChesney Park as well.
As of this morning, the Rock River's water level was just shy of 9 feet. Let's check back in with Candace for more on how our rivers in the area are looking.
Yeah, you know, we had some pretty recent rainfall and some decent rain over the last couple of days, and you combine that now with the snow coming in, so our soil is fairly saturated, so a lot of that running off, and you first get that rise in the creek streams, and then that drains into some of the local rivers. So we do have flood watches and warnings for both the Pecatonica, Rock River, and the Kishwaukee River as well. The brighter green, those are flood warnings, flood watch here for the Pecatonica, and a portion of the Rock River down just to the southwest of Sterling there in Whiteside County. So when we look at the river stages where they're at right now, both for the Pecatonica and Rock River, Freeport, Shoreland, nothing getting into major flood stage. The crest is expected here for all locations within the next couple of days. Some of that pushed back a little into the weekend, just depending on how everything kind of drains into those rivers. A lot of these will go into minor flood stage if they haven't already. There are a couple of spots that may come very close to moderate flood stage. Very, very close here once we get into Thursday, Friday, even into Saturday. So you look at the Rock River too, and where we'll see that expected crest. Now, Rockton, the Rock River up there in Rockton, that is forecast to go into moderate flood stage, cresting just a little over 11 feet during the Friday, Saturday time frame. And of course, these crest levels and times will vary just a bit depending on how everything flows into the river and what we're seeing as far as the drainage goes. When you look at the Kishwaukee River, both in Belvedere and Perryville right now, Belvedere, that's expected to go into action stage, so you start to see it go up just a little bit, but not really anticipating a lot of flooding in those lower flood-prone areas. Perryville, excuse me. Minor flooding expected there with the Kishwaukee River. So thankfully we're going to dry things out. We've got some additional snow showers coming in. So again, that'll seep in and kind of drain too. So we'll keep an eye on that going into the weekend. We do have some rain showers to talk about for the weekend. So I'll highlight that coming up here in the forecast a little later.
All right, thanks, Candace. 2 tornadoes were spotted in Kankakee County yesterday afternoon. There were no reports of injuries. Powerful storms also hit Ohio, Tennessee, and Kentucky. This cell phone video caught images of strong winds and heavy rain in Lexington, Kentucky. Over in Indiana, one resident says she thought a tornado was blowing through.
Terrible wind and, the rain and very heavy wind. And it did felt like it was a tornado.
The wind also flipped 2 trucks over on I-69 and a third one a few miles away. No one was hurt.
Thankful for that, of course. Lawmakers in Springfield now push a plan out of committee to stop carbon dioxide pipelines from being built. It's one of several bills in the Capitol revolving around the influx of carbon capture projects. The Illinois Manufacturers Association and the Illinois Corn Growers Association pitched their own guidelines for the state to follow in the storage of captured carbon. Carbon capture is seen as a key piece for increasing ethanol and biofuel production, which could give farmers a new avenue for selling their crops.
This is going to go on to aviation fuel, sustainable aviation fuels, and wanting ethanol blends. And then to get in order to have the ethanol blends, we have to have the ethanol market. To have the ethanol market and to keep it strong, we have to have a way to capture this carbon.
The Illinois Farm Bureau is against the bill, saying it includes a process that could force landowners into a carbon dioxide storage project without their consent.
Illinois Secretary of State Alexei Janulius kicks off Organ and Tissue Donation Month in Illinois. He was at Adler Planetarium in Chicago to announce special superstar donor sign-up drives during the solar eclipse. Illinois has one of the largest donor registries in the nation, averaging around 20,000 sign-ups per month. But more than 4,000 Illinoisans are waiting for organ donations. Janulius says donors serve as a shining star, providing others with a second chance at life.
When you donate an organ, you are donating life. In fact, a single donor can save up to 25 lives through this selfless act. And it's more than likely you know someone who has received a transplant, whether it was a heart, a liver, a kidney, or even a cornea.
In 2023, there were more than 2,200 transplants in Illinois. The state currently has around 6.5 million registered organ donors.
A local college honors 2 writers for their contributions to literature. April is National Poetry Month. To kick off the occasion from now until 6, RVC's paying tribute to Dr. Sarah Ettlinger and Jenna Goldsmith. Both women are renowned for their multiple volumes of published work. The celebration is being held at the Educational Resource Center on RVC's North Mulford campus. Well, local learning resources raising money for some new exhibits. Today is the Rockford Public Library's online Day of Giving. RPL is hoping to raise at least $25,000. The money will be used to create art and education exhibits for their first floor gallery. The first 5 donors to contribute $100 or more will be entered into a ticket drawing for the pre-grand opening gala in May. Winners will then be announced at the end of the month.
Several aid workers are dead, including one American, after an airstrike in Israel.
After the break, calls now growing for the Biden administration to do more to protect civilians.
And coming up at 6, more funding's coming to state-line youth programs, the nonprofits in Beloit that are benefiting from the decision. The international fallout continues after an Israeli airstrike killed 7 World Central Kitchen aid workers in Gaza. Among those dead is an American.
The calls are now growing for the White House to set restrictions on military support for Israel. Our Washington correspondent Jesse Tenor reports on the pressure facing President Biden.
President Biden is demanding accountability.
Israel needs to do more.
After an Israeli airstrike killed 7 World Central Kitchen workers in Gaza Monday, including an American-Canadian dual citizen.
He's outraged and he's heartbroken. We are all heartbroken here.
World Central Kitchen says the Israeli military knew the aid workers would be in the area. Israel says it misidentified their vehicles and is investigating their deaths.
We want to make sure that it's swift, it's comprehensive, that it's made public.
World Central Kitchen is now pausing its operations in Gaza. The organization says it served more than 40 million meals to Palestinians there before the attack.
We want to make sure that civilians are kept safe.
To do that, members of both parties are increasing pressure on the White House to condition U.S. military support for Israel on the protection of civilians in Gaza. But Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre says President Biden still opposes reducing U.S. aid to Israel.
Nothing has changed.
The Biden administration is considering a major new weapons sale to Israel, including fighter jets and missiles. But State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller stresses these weapons would not arrive in Israel for years.
Long after, hopefully, the conflict in Gaza has been resolved.
Miller says the U.S. will continue its long-standing security relationship with Israel to help protect both countries from adversaries like Iran. In Washington, I'm Jesse Tenor.
Well, some scattered snow showers going to continue throughout the night.
Up next, Candace tells us when our skies could be clearing.
Now, your First Warn weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, I'll tell you what, today has been a good indoor day as we've had the wind, the snow, and the rain showers all mixed in here throughout the morning and afternoon, accumulating rainfall back off to the west. We've had some rain and snow mixing in throughout most of the day today, although we are seeing a little more snowfall there back to the west and southwest of Rockford. Some of that actually coming down at a pretty steady clip, which has dropped visibility down from Galena to Savannah. Same thing up in Monroe. 4-mile visibility in DeKalb and Rochelle, 6-mile here in Rockford. I wish I could say that would be ending anytime soon, but it's not. We're going to continue with this mix here for at least the next few hours before things will kind of wind down a bit. But we've got another band of snow that'll work back in just before sunrise tomorrow. Wind, that has been another big story for today. A lot of what has been coming down has been really whipped around with that 35 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts. And we continue with those winds here as we go through this evening. All of that tied into an area of low pressure that now sits over the southern tip here of Lake Michigan, kind of working back towards Chicago. So you've got the colder air wrapping in. Our temperatures were in the mid and upper 30s, so that's why we've had some rain showers mix in with that. But why have we had the wind today? Well, we have to look at how this low pressure system is deepening. From yesterday to today, that actual low pressure system went from roughly about 990 millibars down below 990. So it's roughly sitting at about 988. So it's deepening or it's strengthening. This will eventually weaken, but whenever you get an area of low pressure that deepens, you get a lot of rising air with that. That's why we've got the cloud cover. That's why we have the precipitation. So you get rising air with a deepening low pressure system. That causes the air above and heights above to also lower as well. So what happens with that, you get a lot of that wind. So you're getting essentially pressure that's trying to fill back in, and all that is, and all wind is just a difference in pressure. So the more air you get to rise with a deepening low pressure system, the stronger you get that wind around that low. So that's why we've had some winds that have been gusting 40 to 45 miles per hour. There is a wind advisory to the west and south of Rockford. It doesn't include Winnebago County, but it does include Ogle, Lee County, and then Carroll, Whiteside, Stevenson, Joe Davies County, and that'll run through 10 o'clock tonight. So you can expect those gusty winds here to continue. Now we see a little lull, I'd say, in some of the strongest of the winds, but they're going to pick back up tomorrow. We'll still maintain about a 25 to 30 mile per hour wind gust from the north again tomorrow. And tomorrow that's also going to come with some scattered snow showers and rain showers through the afternoon. High pressure does eventually move in, so that'll help kind of clear us out a bit and calm the winds down once we get into Friday and Friday night. So notice as we go through the time tonight, even though Futurecast keeps the cloud cover around and moves out the precipitation, I do think we'll still see some flurries or some drizzle through the overnight. Here comes this little disturbance rotating in about 7, 8 o'clock. So with that, we get another return of some snow showers. Temperatures will warm back up. I think we're in the upper 30s, low 40s. So you get that to mix in with a couple of rain showers throughout the afternoon and then going into the evening too. before high pressure moves back in. So temperatures 33 tonight, 41 for tomorrow. We're up to 46 once we get into Friday, and then we'll stay in the 50s there as we head into the weekend.
Looks like our suffering may end sometime next week. Candace,
Hope
thanks.
so. Scott's in next with sports.
Going to introduce us to the man who has just been named to take over the Belvedere Bucks football program.
Now sports with Sports Director Scott Lever.
Now, the head football coaching baton has been passed on at Belvedere High School. Sean Donnelly is the new head coach of the Bucks. He replaces Tony Ambrosio, who resigned in February. Donnelly has been an assistant on the football coaching staff at Belvedere for 3 years. Most recently, he was focused on coaching receivers and special teams. Donnelly is also Belvedere's wrestling coach, and he's a teacher at Belvedere High School. He was the head football coach at Kirkland Hiawatha from 2007 through 2016. Now, Belvedere won only one game last season. The Bucks haven't had a winning season since 2015. But Donnelly's convinced this program can rise back up.
I see the kids we have in the building and in the program who they want to win. They want to put in the effort, the work to turn this program around, and they want it to be a badge of honor to be able to say they're part of rebuilding, the Buck football community here. And I know we have a community that is very supportive of us, and they want to see this, and in all honesty, our community deserves it and needs it.
Do you want to change the style here? What style do you think needs to be played here to improve the odds of being successful?
We need to get back to some toughness. I think we've kind of lacked being a tough nose, grind it out. We're going to play a 4 strong quarters type of team, and I think the type of kids we have and the type of community we are, they're going to respect that tough, hard-nosed team that I envision us being.
Belvedere Athletic Director Josh Sternquist says over 20 candidates were interested in the head coaching job. Sternquist says Donnelly is the right fit for the Belvedere way of doing things. And the Ice Hogs had their playoff spot in hand with 9 regular season games to spare. They have won 14 of their last 16 games. One of the biggest keys to their rise over the past 5 weeks has been the addition of this guy forward, Rem Pitlick. In 19 games with the Hogs, he has 10 goals and 15 assists. Scored the game winner there last night in the shootout against Milwaukee. And the other star last night was goalie Jackson Stauber, limiting the Admirals to 1 goal.
Yeah, he was our best player. Kept us in the game there, especially in parts of the first and parts of the second for sure. So, yeah, good for him. And again, I thought he was our best player.
The Cubs are still expecting to play ball tonight against the Rockies. The White Sox have already called off their game against the Braves. That one will be made up in late June. That's sports. We'll be right back.
Not looking very spring-like outside at all.
No, well, somebody said, hey, what happened to spring? I said, well, we had it back in February.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
So we're just making up, for our February weather here in this short amount of time. But, when you talk about the rain and the snow, it's just been a very blah, wet day the last couple of days. And windy, too. My gosh, if we could just turn down the wind.
Weeks.
It feels like.
It feels like.
I mean, we've seen the sun, yeah. But you're right, it does feel like it. I think we'll see some sunshine, later in the week. Tonight we've got cloud cover. Tomorrow we'll still be dealing with the clouds too. By Friday we should see a little more sun. We've got some snow showers on there whipping around with the wind. That'll stay with us here this evening. Temperatures tonight near 33. Rain snow mix again tomorrow, 41. Drying out a little bit for the start of the weekend.
Thanks, Candace.
World News Tonight's up next. We'll see you back here at 6.